morning, Knicks fans. It's yeah, boy. And you are now tuned into another episode of OU and Knicks podcast. Well, folks, I've seen the little bicker that's been going around town. I've seen the Vegas results. I've seen the expectations regarding the Knicks. And I have to let you know, it's a whole bunch of bullcrap. Yes, it is. Now, let me get straight to the point. I don't appreciate Vegas really. I think Vegas got a bone to pick with New York, and they shouldn't really, because James Dolan is bringing more money with that spear that he's building up out of there. So all of the hate, it just needs to stop. All of the odds betting, it just needs to stop. Now, we have the Knicks at 43 wins next season, according to Vegas odds. And it's not that the Knicks haven't got a bona fide superstar to come to the Knicks. No, we haven't done that. But the blasphemy, the ridicule, the disrespect that the Knicks have gotten in return of all the things that they've done this offseason is ridiculous. Throughout the ordeal of the draft and, the offseason as regard to signing free agents and making trades and whatnot of that nature, the Knicks drafted two young premier guards in Deuce McBride and Quentin Grimes. And I have to say that from what I saw from these two individuals within the summer league, even though they was coupled with Quickly and Obi, what I saw from these two guards was the potential to be focal points in the future when, let's say, Derrick Rose is gone, Kemba Walker is gone, Evan Fournier is gone, even Julius Randle may be gone. What I saw from these two gentlemen, along with Obi and Quickly, was the future for the New York Knicks. What did you say? Now, let's get back to the record of the Knicks. And let's give a moment of silence for Vegas. Because it's a guaranteed fact that the Knicks will outplay what Vegas has predicted us by. 43 wins. When the starting five that we got right now are capable of knocking off any team in the NBA, we draft McBride and we get Grimes. Later on in the season, we get Evan Fournier on an awesome deal compared to the competition out there in the likes of Duncan Robinson and, let's say, McDermott, and let's say, a few other players in the league that got big contracts, DeMar DeRozan. Let's get into the fact of that. What the Knicks did was go out and not spend up all their money. And not only did they not spend up all their money, they made sure that the contracts that they signed were not extensive into the future where they couldn't make no moves. So in the act of not paying a player overpriced because of what was available in the free agency, they instead got complementary pieces to place around Julius Randle and RJ Barrett and not only that, they got that and saved for the future. They didn't commit to too many years. They didn't commit all of their money. So what the Knicks did was smart, because this is a growing process with the New York Knicks. This is not something that's being built right now to only tackle right now. What the New York Knicks are building right now is something that is going to extend well into the future. The Knicks are building a culture. The Knicks have a rhythm right now like no other team. They said, okay, you may not want to come here, but we're going to search out and find good complementary players to place around our future stars in RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, who has already obtained the role of a star player. So, what we're going to do, we're going to get complementary players to put around these two players, and we're going to build from the ground up. We're going to draft well. We're going to not just go for big names in the draft. We're going to go for players who have the potential to lead their team, to adapt to a role, to be able to accept that role for the benefit of the team. This is what the New York Knicks did. They didn't go out on a limb and give up all of their assets in order to be able to get a star. No, they stayed quiet, they stayed subtle, and they stayed smart. So in that, we have to give the New York Knicks front office a round of applause. Getting Kemba Walker was very pivotal for the Knicks. Not only did they get a player who can create his own shot, who can shoot well, and who can pass well, but they also got a locker room guy. They got a person that players are drawn to. Players like playing with him. Players see him as an elder statesman, not in the sense of him just being a veteran, but him being a leader, a person who can give you the right sense of mind to be able to bring your game to the highest level that it can be reached. So, getting Kemba Walker, and not only that, he's a hometown kid. That creates a movement within itself. Not only with the young players that's on the team, but also within Kemba Walker himself. Because who doesn't want to play for their hometown team? And not only that, bring their hometown team a championship. Kemba is only 31 years old, so he still has a lot left in him to be able to get the job done and lead this team in the right way. Then you couple that with Derrick Rose, another leader, another player who has withstood that hierarchy in when he was in his heyday and has garnered the respect of younger players who watched him when they were kids. This in itself brings a level of respect and camaraderie within the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks brought back players such as Taj Gibson, who's a locker room guy who thinks and wants to give you the advice you need to be able to make your game better. This in itself will help the Knicks in the long run. So, if I have to grade an off-season for the New York Knicks, I will have to grade it as an A, because not only did they boost up their offense, they leveled off their defense to where it wasn't hurt from the loss of Reggie Bullock, and they still have hope in players such as Evan Fournier, quickly Obi, Julius Randle possibly could take a step up in defense. RJ Barrett, who you guys know I talk about all the time regarding his defense, he needs to boost it up. Let's just hope that he can bring his level up to just be even a good defender who can lock a player down every now and then. So, couple that, the Knicks didn't lose much. The Knicks still have a core of players who know each other, who are comfortable with each other, who are friends with each other, who have created a brotherhood with each other. They've kept the core Knick group together, minus a person two people in regard to Theo Pinson. and Reggie Bullock, who were pivotal pieces on the Knicks, but they were pieces that could be replaced and upgraded. I, for one, think that Evan Fournier is an upgrade to Reggie Bullock. He shot better than Reggie Bullock. He can create a shot better than Reggie Bullock. He can not only create shots and shoot better than Reggie Bullock, but he also can pass better than Reggie Bullock. He's able to defend to where you're not losing too much with Evan Fournier, so he makes sense for the Knicks. And not only that, they didn't get him on a big contract. The same thing with Kemba Walker. They didn't get him on a big contract. So there's flexibility there in the future for when a star may want to come. But there's surety to know that you don't need a star because you are home breeding stars in RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin. We've seen the rise of Julius Randle. So it makes sense that the Knicks are doing exactly what they're doing. Now, when you couple that with what they've done and what the expectation may be for the Knicks in the coming future, being next season, I think could the Knicks win a championship? Yeah. In my heart and in my soul, what I believe, and I don't care who may laugh at this and say, dude, you bugging, you tripping, you need to go to sleep, go to church, pray about it. I'm not gonna do any of that. Why? Because I've been a Knicks fan since I was a kid, and I'm always gonna believe in my Knicks. It's not like I haven't seen my Knicks in a championship. They didn't win, but it's not like I haven't seen my Knicks there. So, can it be done? Can we make it to the championship with the roster that we have today? The answer that I'm going to give you is yes. Why? Because when you couple these players together with each other and they all buy into Tom Thibodeau's system, that system that's being ran first and foremost by its defense, and couple that with the offense ability of the starting unit and bench unit, yes, if the whole entire team was to buy into their roles and they was to perfect their roles exceptionally well, then there is no stopping the Knicks. Am I a crazed fan? Yes, I am a crazed fan. But I'm crazed well within my right. And I'm crazed well within my thought pattern of what the Knicks could do. I look at the pieces that the Knicks have assembled, and I realize that due to health, that it could be unlikely. But if health is the luck that we need and the luck that we receive, then there is no limit to where the Knicks can go. Look at the Knicks starting unit and the Knicks bench unit. You think about it, we expect to see Kemba Walker at the point, RJ Barrett at the 2, Evan Fournier at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, either Mitchell Robinson, which I doubt. I don't know why people keep saying Mitchell Robinson. I believe that it's going to be Nerlens Noel, who's going to be on the starting unit. Then you bring that with Derrick Rose coming off the bench as the point, Quickly as the 2, Burks at the 3, Obi at the 4, and possibly you switch it up, whether it be Mitchell Robinson or Nerlens Noel, whichever the Knicks choose, whichever Tom Thibodeau choose, can be coming off the bench. You have 2 capable starting unit of players. Who's to say that Obi won't carry on his momentum from the summer league and carry that into the season to be able to average about 15 points per game coming off the bench. Who's to say that Quickly won't take a jump in his game? We also noticed a little jump in his awareness on the court of his passing. That what got him the average 8 assists in the summer league. Not saying that it will transition to that in the regular season, but I'm pretty sure the little things that we saw that did get players open and it did get him those assists, I'm pretty sure it will. So, what if Quickly himself takes a jump in his scoring average, in his assists, not the couple that with Derrick Rose and Alex Burke, who we've all seen can create their own shot and make plays for others, the Knicks can be a dominant team. They can be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. And this is not something to sneeze at, because if you're a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference, anything can go your way and you can get to that championship. So I know some of y'all gonna be like, bruh, you bugging, man. I'm never coming back to this channel. Some of you may be just avid fans just like me who love the Knicks so much that you're willing to believe in anything about your team. You're always going to have that hope and faith in your team and the realization that your team right now is doing something that's good. So, until next time, if you're new to the channel and if you like my work, please like and subscribe, hit that notification button, and link in with your boy on Twitter at Over Under Academy. It's gonna be up there, so just hit me up. We could converse this. If you want, get into the comment section, because I do answer some of the comments that be up on there. As long as they not too disrespectful, I will link with you on YouTube as well. So until next time, lead by example.